do what's best in the team. To be honest, never let anything diminish us, never let anything, bring us back or anything in that for us. So it's always have a team first attitude and, don't try to let my selfishness take over.
How frustrating has it been just to keep the negativity out of the locker room with the way you guys been playing right now?
It's definitely frustrating, but that's what it comes with being in Oklahoma. We understand the magnitude of where we at and understand that we have to uphill. We see around this building all the time the banners, the 50 conference championships, the 7 Addies. So we understand what we have to live up to. So we definitely don't back down from the pressure. We understand when we rise up and we understand when we fall. So we just gotta live and get up the next day and try to get better each and every day. Try to not do too much, but also don't do too little.
What can you guys do? Is there one thing that you guys need to really focus on as far as stopping the run?
Just playing together as a unit. Everybody understand their assignment. I know it sounds pretty basic, but in the heat of the moment, is things have to go a certain way. So as long as everybody just gets the call, line up correctly, and everybody goes to their assignment, we can be one of the best run defense in the nation, in which we were for the foreseeable first half of the season. We were one of the best run teams, so there's no reason why we can't get back to that. Once we just get our communication down, once we line up, get set, and get ready to play football, there's not many teams in this country that can run the ball on us.
Is communication the biggest thing as far as lining up? That's been a big thing that people have talked about here the last couple of weeks, is guys just not lining up right.
Yeah, it's a big thing, but we also don't want to make it an excuse. We understand it's a fast tempo league, fast tempo game. So it's our job to get the call from the coaches. It's our job to line ourselves up because we're the ones that are playing. So even though we have to wait on them, but once we get the call, we have to have that sense of urgency to line up, get the call, execute whatever is being called. So we still got to play on coaches, but most of the time it's on us to get the call and do what we're supposed to do.
What did you say about one of your teammates, Jordan Kelly? Obviously made a couple big plays the last couple of games at various points. What have you seen from him, especially recently?
JK, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. I'm so happy for him, man. When I found out he had got the sack, I was in the locker room because I got my thumb. But I was excited for my guy, man. That's my dog. He accepted me in open arms since the first day I walked in. We always been cool. So I'm just happy for him. And everything that he's gone through since before I was here and now during I was here. So I'm happy for my man. I really am. I'm happy that he's making plays. I hope he keep going the rest of the season and farther, man. That's really my guy. When I found out he had that sack and we had that TFL on Saturday, I was really happy for my man.
What stands out to you about him when you think about him, whether it's on the field or off the field? He just seemed like mostly a quiet guy who doesn't get a lot of attention.
Man, JK, he got a great body, man. I don't want to talk about another man like that, but in a way, like JK, for a 295 man, he real fit. And I be getting a little jealous sometimes because I be looking at him and I be like, man, he a real fit guy. And so I really take that, and just like his overall motor and he's just a good guy. So we want good things to happen to good people. So I feel like he worked hard. He worked hard in the summer, he worked hard in the fall camp, and he worked hard this season. He was starting at the beginning of the season, and it might not have been the same way this down, but he's still getting his playing time. So I'm really happy for my guy. I'm really happy he's getting his production and getting all his time going. So I'm one of his biggest fans, no doubt.
Seeing the success that he's had in the pass rush and that Jalen had that sack this weekend, what do you feel like is kind of the biggest thing you guys, when you look at the film, the biggest thing to get the pass rush going?
Just attacking protections. Learning where the weaknesses is, and, having that motor, having that sense of urgency. Sometimes every play is not meant for us to make, but not even necessarily getting a sack, getting a tip ball, or getting just pressure on the quarterback so he can't step up. That's all, we count that as a W in the D-line room for the ends air tackle. So, and Coach Venables, he get real satisfied when you do that. So it's not necessarily just about always getting a sack, but obviously everybody wants to get to the quarterback. That's where we make the most money. But definitely just overall getting pressure on him, making a quarterback dysfunctional so he can't throw a proper ball. He might throw a bad ball, and that leads to picks. So You know, it might not be a sack on one play, but just overall getting to the quarterback, that's what we can pride ourselves on.
You mentioned you guys had, one of the better run defenses in the country for the first half of the season. What do you think is the explanation for the steep fall off there in the past few weeks?
We just got to get back to work. We just got to put our head down, get back to work. That's all I can really say. We got to understand where our assignments are, understand where we got to field, get our holes, fill our gaps, all types of things. But I'm not going to sit here and say that we've been perfect, but we also aren't that bad as people try to make us say. We just got to be more consistent. Having more consistent 3 and outs, having more takeaways. Averaging less than 4 yards a carry. That's our goal for a season. So as long as we just keep doing that, keep being consistent, on and on and on and on, that we can get our production that we want.
Coach Roof talked today about how difficult it can be for you guys to read gaps when they insert motion. Here comes motion, the gaps change. Can you talk about that from a player's perspective? What that's like to kind of decipher on the fly like that?
Everybody knows that gaps move when it's a stretch, it's a zone, any that way. So it's just our job, whether it's a regular or a stunt or a blitz or whatever, you just got to read your man and understand the technique that coach has taught you, and just got to play to your ability basically.
Is it frustrating going back and watching film and seeing some of those holes missed maybe on assignments?
Yeah, it's always definitely see what ifs, here and there when you miss plays, but that's what practice is here for. You go back, you watch the film on Sunday after the game, get the corrections made, and that's when we go out here and try to perfect our craft each and every week. We might not be perfect, but we're gonna give our best every time. So I just feel like if we just keep working and keep trying to get consistent as possible, that we can be the defense that everybody wants us to be, the defense that we think we can be.
Is it tough to keep that sort of forward momentum when you have stretches like the one in early October and then what happened on Saturday?
I would never say it's hard, because we always believe in ourselves no matter what anybody outside these walls thinks. We always believe that we can be the top dog and the best in the country. So if we just keep putting our head down, keep going back to work like Coach V said, there's no need to try to change things now. I mean, we can switch up a little here and there, but there's no point in overall switching the operation. So as long as we just keep putting our head down, getting back to work, we can see the results that we want.
Thanks, Isaiah.